Dallas games. I'm back. Always gotta look in the item shop. We still got 3 hours. 3 hours for both things. Tomato Head and the giveaway only be out for this. Alright.
Yeah. Rolling up and hit this magic. Growing up and hit this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you niggas have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need.
Hello, we will be starting the stream now. I will check our YouTube chat.
The tiny computer is.
Okay. No one's talking chat, but we will start the live stream. So, if we go to yesterday's live stream, head on over to YouTube, and we go to this one. You can see that if we go in a little bit back, we can see that there's 597,000 confirmed cases, which is spiked up to 664,608 confirmed cases, which is a 67,000 case increase since yesterday. So let's see where these new cases came from. So obviously most of them are coming from the US right now, although Italy is going up, but mostly it's the US. So yesterday I was talking about it going from the East Coast to the middle area. You can see that's really happening right now. You can see that it's branching out more, and there's a lot more in the middle, like Denver, Colorado area. And it's also leaking out to California. It'll load in. We have a lot of confirmed cases here. We go to New York City particularly. Let's see. Just has to load in. Alright, New York City, 30,000 confirmed cases and 672 deaths. And over here we have 5,000 cases with 34 deaths. So if we go to this some more red dots over here. And yeah, go over here too, to the other portion of the earth. We can go to Spain again, Madrid, 5,000 deaths, 73,000 cases. We can see Spain right here. And we can go to France, 37,000 cases, 2,000 deaths. And we can go over here. India, only 9,000 cases with 24 deaths. And Australia is kind of blowing up a little bit on its little island over here. We can go to Sydney, 8 deaths, 1,700 cases. You can go to China and see that's 67,000 cases. And if we go over here, we have 550 cases. We can see which country has the least cases. We can see Timor-Leste, which is probably in Africa. Oh, it's over here. Okay, so you can see this little island thing right over here off the coast of Asia. Just right here, it has 1 case. It's the only active case, which we saw from yesterday. And yeah, and we should go up the list. We can go to see the number just rising. And yeah, it seems that the US is taking over in the most confirmed cases in the world. Next, we will move on to some more news. So first of all, we're going to talk about the $2 trillion stimulus that Donald Trump has signed, which means that every adult earning an income of below $75,000 will earn a $1,200 stimulus to help, and they'll get plus $500 for every child under the age of 16. So, if you pull up a calculator, that means if you go to the population of the United States, we can see that it's, let's say, 330 million people, and we can just say 200 million are children, not children, adults. Times that by 1,200, and we get 240 billion. So, or we could just do you do 2 and times 34. You can actually, it's possible to get $34,000 as well. So I just fix this. Times 30 brings us to $680 billion. With the reason why it's $2 trillion is, my guessing, is probably something to do with the taxes on the money, but I'm not so sure about that. So we're seeing $680 billion for the stimulus package. So let's move on to some more news. So, okay, so in Illinois, the governor said on Saturday, today, said that an infant who tested positive for the coronavirus has died. And Italy has seen more than 10,000 coronavirus fatalities, and more than 650,000 people worldwide have been affected, with a total of 30,000 deaths. And we are seeing the most deaths are in Italy currently, and 140,000 people have been recovered. And alright, so the US recorded its first 1,000 coronavirus deaths in a month. The next 1,000 deaths took 2 days. So, in a span of a month, the US saw 1,000 deaths, but in 2 days it saw 1,000 more. So the deaths are creeping up. We just click right here. can see that 2,000 deaths. 2,190 deaths. I've ever seen the most is in New York City in the U.S. and the least is in Hancock, Indiana. One second. Yeah, global coronavirus pandemic kills more than 30,000 people. Alright, so India's private sector joins the coronavirus battle. The Indian government has announced a series of measures to tackle the spread of coronavirus, including a 3-week nationwide lockdown and a $22.6 billion relief package, which is way less than the US's $2 trillion package. But that doesn't really make sense as India has a larger population. So I'm wondering what that's all about. Let's see what else there is. Yeah, CDC urges residents of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut to not travel, which goes for all of the world. And about 12% of the about 12% of the NYPD is currently out sick, and today 2 officers have actually died due to COVID-19 on duty. And let's see. A letter from the UK Prime Minister will be sent to 30 million households urging people to stay home. And yeah. See what else there is. One second while I pull up something. Okay, so back and okay. So South Korea has reported 105 confirmed cases of COVID-19. So we can go all the way over here to South Korea, somewhere over in Asia. Where is it actually? Sweet over here. Okay. South Korea, you can see that one major dot right here. 9,000 confirmed cases and 152 deaths. And if you go to North Korea, they're not really seeing any action there, so that's good for them. Let's see what else there is. 39 minutes ago, virus prevention measures took a violent turn in parts of Africa over the weekend. So if we go to Africa, South Africa especially, we see 1 death, which has changed from yesterday because we saw no deaths yesterday. With 1,100 confirmed cases hasn't went up or down. Right there, you see just in all these areas, just a bunch of confirmed cases. And oh no, and one second. And we also see our first death in New Zealand. So all the way over here, this little island. Go right here. We can see our first death in New Zealand, 56 recovered, with 457 active cases. So if we go to, let's say, yeah, New Zealand, this part, southern New Zealand is not seeing a lot of action, but northern New Zealand is, and we can see that's actually on this another little nature reserve. It looks like, I don't know why it's in the ocean, but it's there. If I can just zoom out some more, it looks like it's on there, but it's not actually. Okay. Active cases. Oh. Go back to that map. Okay, see if there's any more news. So the U.S. President Donald Trump has sent out a request for a 14-day quarantine for New York City especially, which will be taking place soon, if not immediately. And cases in the U.S. has surpassed 120,000. And that is pretty much it for today. So I hope you liked the live stream, with all the news that I had for you today. And I'll see you maybe tomorrow.